We're going to head up to the headwaters of the Nueces River, hear from Julie Lewey to talk about 20 years of engagement to save the Nueces River. Julie, welcome.
Thank y'all. It's really good to see everybody here today. Before I get going, though, I would like to make a nod to David, who y'all may know. His mother is also a conservation legend. And we have had the good fortune of being second-gen full-time conservationists, and I think that's really cool that we share that. So I was born, very fortunately, to a conservation ranching family on the banks of the Nueces River that had been generationally stewarding it. And y'all may recognize this photo point. It's kind of legendary. This is when Sky first started with the River Authority. Let me back up a little bit. So for those of you that don't know me, I made a lot of assumptions in that very first statement. I grew up along the Nueces, a child of a strong-minded conservationist. She is my predecessor, both generationally and professionally. I've come home to Uvalde to pick up the torch and carry on for the Nueces River. Excuse me. Thanks, guys. Bear with me. So Sky started with the River Authority because she knew that people were the problem, but they were also the solution. And in order to truly protect a river from the many systemic threats that are what cause this degradation that you see in this photo, it takes a community. It takes a community of people, diverse and broad, to dig in and care about a river and help it recover. So some of the systemic issues that you don't see here, but are what caused this degradation, are recreational abuse. We used to have four-wheeler clubs that came down from all across the state, not just to the Nueces, but to rivers across the state to drive in the water and, bust oil pans and cause incredible degradation of the water quality as well as the riparian area. And so this is, I think, about 2 years after Sky and many, many advocates worked diligently to pass a bill that prohibits driving in a state-owned streambed. And so some of the other challenges that you don't see in this picture facing the Nueces and many other rivers were enormous amounts of trash, just, chip bags and bottle cans and refrigerators and tires, things that were getting dumped under bridges. Because while people love to go to public access sites and swim in the river, they oftentimes, oh boy, I better hurry up, sorry. They oftentimes leave trash. So Sky, recognizing many of these challenges, including riparian degradation and the lack of engagement from students in schools, launched several campaigns. The Up to You campaign to address the trash, to really change the narrative around trash and make it a personal initiative. She took that into schools with a watershed model so that students could understand their role in the watershed, and that is throughout the Nueces Basin. She also addressed an invasive species that was taking over and distorting the Nueces River, Arundodonax. And then, to top it off, she launched the Riparian Field Guide and Riparian Landowners Network. I'm sorry, I'm zooming along. So, 2016, same spot. This is 10 years later. And this is this morning. So, as many of y'all know, my mother passed away earlier this year. And we started a fund with the Hill Country Alliance to carry on, the work that she left undone, which, as our population grows, challenges to our rivers will continue to compound. And it's on all of us and all of your friends and everybody who loves the river to join together to help address these challenges, and Hill Country Alliance has offered to be a springboard for the funding needed to do that. And one of the next big things, you heard David Baker talk about it, is this wastewater issue. So we're trying to pass the Pristine Streams Bill to try and protect our pristine rivers from water degradation from wastewater discharge. Thank you.